everyone, Easy22X here. For those who don't know me, I'm one of the 3 commissioners for the Sootopolis City League. SCL is a players draft league that will be starting this September 3rd. A little bit about the league. So our structure is very similar to a lot of different draft leagues. We have 7 weeks plus playoffs. Our format is going to be 6 slots for S9 no max, 2 slots for S13. So 8 matches per week for the first 7 weeks, and then for playoffs we're actually gonna be doing 7 matches instead because we want to avoid having ties. SCL has 8 teams, and each team has at least 2 assistant managers, making it up 3 managers each. Additionally, a main manager and an assistant manager can choose to play for 20k each. For those curious of how players are gonna get drafted, our format is an auction. Each team is going to have a 120k budget. Starting bidding starts at 3k and increments at 0.500. Unlike other leagues, however, we have an additional thing to motivate our players and teams to increase the competitiveness of this league. We have a prize pool. First place team will get $800. The second place team will get $400. Additionally, we have a third spot, which is the most valued player prize, that will get $100. And also, thanks to our wonderful sponsors, we'll have 10 capture cards that will be raffled for draft players. A big shout out to our sponsors for this league are Papi Kenton, Dark Aura, Lily of the Valley Island, and that guy in a beanie. So thank you guys so much. If we didn't have you, this league wouldn't be happening. Well, it will be a lot harder to start kicking this league. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about our 8 teams in this league and their respective managers. Our first team that we're going to be mentioning is the Hau'oli Heat. The managers are Brede and Juan Garcia. Brede actually is Norway's BR World Cup manager. Juan Garcia was the runner-up for BR Columbus tournament that happened a couple months ago. They both actually have managed together and are very experienced in generally in draft leagues. So don't sleep on them. I think you'll be very interested because both have been in the highest league possible. They both participated in NPA, and like I said, they managed before. They did not make playoffs the first time, but honestly, the performance of their team was really close. Personally speaking, Brede and I competed in that same league, and his team did beat our team. It was very, very close, but I was very excited. So don't sleep on them. They're a team that I think a lot of people might be sleeping on. Our next team is the Lunala Dream Eaters, managed by Sven, Sableye VGC, Banzino. One thing I want to mention, Sableye will be playing as the 20k manager for this team. So already having a strong lead over and already like choosing to pick, hey, I want one of our managers to be playing. And if you guys don't know about Sableye, he's actually a very veteran draft player out there. Another fun fact is all 3 managers are part of World Cup teams that made it to top 16. So, you know, it's talking about experience. They, as draft players, they know a lot of people. They have been going long and this and that. Additionally, Sven and Sableye have actually been previous draft champions. So maybe they're looking into getting that championship again this time. And one more thing, Banksino is actually the manager for Twilight Winds, who got 3rd on BCL, which is the Desafio Latam Draft League. Season 2 actually starting soon with it. So a lot of experience from both management and player wise. And you know, even though it's when you read Lunala Dream Eaters, it's like, don't sleep on them. They might catch you off guard. And our next team is the Celtics of Torkoal. The managers are Vertigo, Clippers, and Coalossals. If you have heard these names before, it's no surprise. They have a huge following, especially Coalossals recently, with not only being the co-manager of Bravebirds in the last NPN season, he also recently got top 8 in the 2022 World Championship. Clippers actually is our winner for the Lily of the Valley Island Invitational, who, as I remind you, is one of our sponsors for this league, and also got top 50 in NIC. Bertigo, who recently actually started managing and got their team in this other league up to fifth place. And I think that's as a first timer making it so close and in the top five is a great achievement. So I'm looking forward to seeing how their draft is gonna be. I think there's a lot more key players that they will be eyeing that I saw sign up. So watch out for them. And next we have the Sunsteel Strikers, managed by Bat, Chase, and Spec. If you guys haven't heard about Bat, I don't know where you guys been. She has managed a bunch of leagues, and I think with the exception of one team, and then the Waka Waka is TBD, all her teams have always made it to playoffs. Another fun fact was that the second time that she managed, her team actually ended up winning a championship. So don't sleep on her. She's an amazing manager, and I'm looking forward to seeing what she brings. Additionally, Chase actually is was the co-manager of Stargazers in NPA and made top 64 in NIC. Fun fact, Chase actually didn't Dynamax candy half of his team, so he actually kind of nerfed himself, went 6-3, because he forgot to do that. Very amazing. Imagine, forgetting Dynamax candies. Sorry, Chase, I had to call you out that. And then Spect, no stranger to draft leagues either. Spect, they ended up being top 16 in the Crystal Tour and is the $2 Taco Turn champion. Next, we have Tokyo Thunders, managed by Apron BGC, Helios, and CML. All these three players have management experience and have a very strong resume, both as individual players and as draft players. Apron had a very successful NPA season. Additionally, he won 6-3 in the opens in London. That means he ended up actually getting CP for the first time. Apron and Helios actually have managed together. They were managers of the White Forest Weavile and made playoffs in the Smogon Winter League. Additionally, Helios is the BCLPL champion season 1, going with a wonderful record of 5-0. Meanwhile, CML, also an amazing player, his most recent achievement in drafts is going 7-2 in NPA 11. So, CML will be their player for 20k, already starting strong. I personally have worked with Helios. He is a great manager, and Apron, I think Apron grounds them all. I think he glues them. I actually very impressed in general with how they are, and I'm looking forward to their draft. So yeah. And the next thing we have is I don't know how to say that city name. I'm gonna call you the Colossal team. I am so sorry, because I'm probably gonna butcher however you say that city. Anyway, the managers are Setsuko, NJ11, and Joe EX9. Joe EX9 being their 20k player / manager. And again, much like over all the previous teams, very smart to use. Joe recently top 32 on World Cup, had an amazing 2022 season, consistent player for the most part. So just having such a strong player already as a manager, and it's just making your roster already a step up. Another fun fact is Setsuko is one of the managers for Team China World Cup. And let's not forget, NJ and Joe are actually currently undefeated in the World Cup. I almost wish NJ was actually playing too, but I know he prefers managing this time. But yeah, I don't know what to really expect from them. There are, I believe, some clashes. I have heard rumors of clashes between who they want to pick. So be very interesting. They all have management experience, and as I mentioned, both NJ and Joe are really, really good players. Their records speak themselves in the current World Cup league. So surprise me. Better not run out of steam, Coalossals. That's all I'm gonna say. Going all the way back to the Alolan region, we have Aloha Araquanids. KJ Chicken and Condor NJ are their managers, which I just realized the name, KJ at the start and then Condor has NJ at the end. It's kind of funny. They have J's If only, NJ also was there, I think that would be very, very funny. But anyway, uh, both of them are very veteran draft players, and well, Condor more than KJ, but they also not new to management. KJ actually was the co-manager of the Galagoons. Their team top cut it and ended up getting second seed on overall in the season. So that was his second time in as a manager. I believe he also was the manager in USPA, so not in not new to the scene. Condor on the other side, co-managing Team New Jersey. They ended up being the finalists on the USPA League, making it super close versus Team New York. So, and then Condor has been in the scene for a very, very long time. So I think I really like this. KJ, I always feel like knows the Gen 8ers, like the COVID players a lot better. And then Condor has been a very long time player that has been slowly going around the scenes. And it's just like a right mix of combination of like old and new in a way. So very interesting to see how the picks are gonna be coming from their draft. So yeah, keep me interested because you guys have made it both second or super close to top cut. So I expect that you guys will get far in the league. L ratio, don't care. The Castelia Copers, GG. If you guys don't know why I started with that, that's how we ended up tweeting about them. Our last team in this league, and the reason why they were the last is because I got their wonderful logo at the end. Big shout outs to Satsuko. I think, I mean, I could do without the veins a little, but amazing logo. Anyway, if you have never heard of Jimodri, Torvib, and Mirai, I don't know where you guys been. Maybe hiding, maybe just distracted, but you don't know, let me tell you guys a little bit about them. Jimodri is a two-time league champion and top 8 the Bilbao special event. Mirai actually was in my team in the Winter Smogon League and was a semi-finalist in it. We were so close to that costume avatar. And finally, Torvib, while he has not managed, he has been in different draft leagues and actually ended up top 4 in UIC and top 6 World Senior in 2018. A very long time player. They're just very strong on the management side, very strong on the player side. So very excited to see what they're gonna be coming. And hey, best of luck, guys, because Torvib they're already down 20k since Torvib will be their manager that will be playing. And let's see if what they can bring to the table. Alright, so this is probably where most of you might have skipped the video to, which, totally understandable. This is the whole point of the video, kind of. Besides giving some of our newer players an introduction of the league. So, while we're not giving out the entire schedule, we do need a draft order. What a draft order means is who will be bidding first, second, third, etc. And I always been skeptical of how other people do this whole picking thing. So I'm gonna be doing a roulette here, just so people are like, easy, this looks sus. I was like, no. Look, the wheel has spoken. I put all of our logos in here. We're gonna roll it up, and we will see the final result of our draft order. Let's do I shuffle this? Yeah, we'll shuffle it 7 times. The reason why is it's just because I can, but certain someone told me to shuffle 7 times. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, time to roll this. And our first confirmed draft order, which also, funnily enough, this is also the first team we ended up. This is the first team we ended up actually, announcing in Twitter and everything. So And technically, Breda was the first one actually to confirm he wanted to be participating in my league. So, really, really cool. So, congrats to the Hau'oli Heat. Are gonna be our first, first one to be drafting. Say Hau'oli. I'm wondering if I'm saying it now. How? Right. So we click remove, and then let's roll it again. And on second, we have the Coalossals. Yes, I'm avoiding saying that city name for as long as I can. Clap, clap, clap. Let's go, Coalossals. Remove. Then we got 6 more teams, 5 more rolls. Who will be next? Who will be next? And then, is it gonna be the Tokyo Thunders or is it gonna go all the way and barely staying? The Tokyo Thunders will be our 3rd team in this selection draft order. Alright. Tokyo. I'm like writing it on the side, guys, so. Right, we remove. And we roll again. I actually personally think the last one is the best. I think being last in this kind of drag is best. And we have the Lunala Dream Eaters in the 4th spot. I think the 4th spot is actually the worst in a sense. But I usually think like first, unless you know who you're gonna try to bait or get, is the scariest one. 4 is kind of like in the middle. It's like you could be going to do good or do bad. Then we'll remove it. 4 team less, 3 more rounds. Would it be the Copers? Would it be the Aloha Araquanids, the Sunsteel Strikers, or the slow Torkoal? I mean, the Celtics Torkoal. Roll. And is it gonna be the Aloha? Is it gonna go just by an inch? It's gonna be the Sunsteel Strikers next. Whoa. I actually was waiting to see that. I have used this wheel before, and I really like the fact that sometimes you think it's gonna stop, but it goes just one more, and then it's like the next person. Alright. We got 2 more rolls. 2 more rolls. Anyone's game now. And is it gonna stay on the Copers? No! Our next one is gonna be the Aloha Araquanids. I mean, Aloha. I apologize. Aloha. Alright. At this point, it doesn't matter that much who is at the end, to be quite honest, because it's a snake. A snake's draft too. It's a snake draft in the sense that you know the last person is gonna get those. So like, they're kind of like back and forth. But let's roll it one more time to see the final order. And is it staying in the Copers or is it gonna go to Torkoals? And no, it actually gonna stay on the Copers. So let's get this nice sheet and Copers. So yeah, I actually, there's something funny about the Torkoal being last. Actually, there's something very, very funny about the Torkoals being the last. But let me swap the screen. And all right, so this is our order. Hau'oli Heat first, then the Coalossals, then Tokyo Thunders, then Lunala Dream Eaters. And the second half, we have the Sunsteel Strikers, Aloha Araquanids, the Castelia Copers, and finally the Celtic Torkoals. As I mentioned, there's something funny about the Torkoals and the joke about us calling them slow and them being the last. But as I mentioned, it honestly doesn't matter that much where you are in this order because there is bidding going on. But I do personally think in this kind of bidding draft leagues, being last has its advantage because you can see where people are going. Hopefully they didn't go for the players you wanted, and now you get 2 back-to-back players you can call out. At least that's how it feels sometimes. Again, that is it for now. A preview of the draft We will be having matches on this YouTube channel. We will also be streaming the draft. So if you guys want to make sure, check us out in the description below. We have all the links on all of our socials. Follow us on Twitter. Keep us up. And again, thank you guys for watching. Until next time. Bye.